Do you have an inheritance matter that needs to be resolved here on the island of Puerto Rico? In this video, I'll explain to you the step-by-step process that needs to be followed in order to achieve that. Let's see. Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel, Al Día con tu Bufete, which means up to date with your law firm. I am attorney Hector Olin Batista. I am the second Olin at Olin & Olin Law, and today we're going to talk about inheritance matters here on the island of Puerto Rico and the process that needs to be followed through in order for the heirs to receive their inheritance. Okay, the first thing we need to do is we need to identify whether the person who passed left a last will and testament. Here in Puerto Rico, that's done through two ways. Most of the last will and testament that are prepared by our notaries are registered within the Supreme Court special section for that. And basically we request a certification in order to see whether that person left a registered last will and testament. Also, the heirs should look through the papers and through the belongings of the person who passed in order to identify whether they left a handwritten will or something in that nature. Okay, the second step in the process is once we identify whether or not the person who passed left a will. If he did, then the executor of the will, the person named in the will to carry out its effect, will have to accept this charge. That's a process that's done through the courts and is called Cartas Testamentarias. Now, if the person did not leave a will, then we have to open up an ab intestada, which basically means that the heirs will inherit based on what's established in our laws here in Puerto Rico. And so basically, we'll have to go to the courts and get a declaration of heirs. This is a document which identifies who the heirs are. Now, even though I identify this as step number 3, actually this step should be done at the same time while we're doing step number 2. And step number 3 basically is to inventory whatever the person who passed has left, which means not only their properties but also debt, and prepare an inventory. Okay, step 4. Step 4 basically is, once we have the inventory, we have to prepare what's called a planilla de caudal relicto. This is a document that's presented to the Puerto Rico Treasury Department in order for them to give us what's called a relevo de hacienda or a waiver. Basically, after we show the Treasury Department that the person who passed did not owe any monies to any government agencies, then they will give us that waiver. Okay, now we reach the final step, and this is where we have either the will or the declaration of heirs, the resolution of the declaration of heirs, as well as the relevo, the waiver of hacienda, which is the Treasury Department here in Puerto Rico, and we use that to put the properties like houses and apartments in the name of the heirs through a process called instancias, or we use those documents to go to the bank and withdraw any monies that are still in the name of the person who passed and give it to the heirs. Now, I just want to take a second and go ahead and introduce our law firm. Our law firm is a law firm that's been around for over 30 years. We have plenty of experiences in all types of legal matter. That means we are a full-service law firm. And of course, we're licensed attorneys here at the island of Puerto Rico, at the state level and the federal level. We also have clients that are all over the United States who engage our services without having to travel to the island. I invite you to visit our multi-language website at bufeteolangolan.com, so you could basically get to know us and see what type of services we offer, and contact us if you have any doubts or any questions, not only about this video, but any other legal matters that need to be resolved and that you need an attorney here on the island. I do also invite you to follow us on social medias, our social media accounts in Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and they're all at Bufete Olan Olan. I do need to point out that these videos are made in order to instruct and educate, and in no way should be interpreted as legal advice for your particular matter. You should always consult your attorney of trust for your particular legal matters or notary matters. If you liked this video and found it instructive, please give us a like as well as subscribe to our channel and ring the little bell in order to keep up to date with all the content that we're constantly providing. We do have a Spanish language version of this video, so if you have any family members, friends, or anybody else who has this type of legal matter here in Puerto Rico, feel free to recommend this video for them. And as always, we'll see you next time.